Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to solve a GFG problem which is missing number in array. So basically problem statement is you are given an array in which numbers are given from 1 to n and one number is missing and you have to return that number, the one which is missing. Okay. So we will solve this by two approaches. Our first approach will be bits approach, bit magic. Okay. If you guys know that bits have a property that if I take the XOR of the same number with itself, then the answer will become 0. Okay, so this property we will be using here in solving this problem. So I have given numbers from 1 to like 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's say 6. The value of n is 6, and let's say number 4 is missing. Okay, so the array which we will be given is 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Okay, so what I'll do that I will declare two variables XOR1 and XOR2. I'll take XOR1 as the whole XOR of the array, like 1, XOR2, XOR3, XOR4, XOR5, XOR6. Okay, and in XOR2 I'll store the XOR of our given array, 1, XOR2, XOR3, XOR4. XOR4 is missing, so 5 and 6. And now what we will do that we will take XOR1, XOR2. So let's say what will happen after this. When I'll take XOR1 and XOR2 XOR, then what will happen here? Let's say 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Original array is 4 and 5, 6. And I'm taking XOR with 1, 2, 3, 5 and 6. So 1 with XOR 1 will become 0, 2 with XOR 2 becomes 0, 3 with 3 becomes 0, 5 will 5 0, and 6 with XOR 6 becomes 0, and what we are left with only 4. Okay, so this will return me 4. So simply I can return XOR 1, XOR 2 as my answer. XOR 1, XOR 2 as my answer. Okay, so let's code this. I'll declare here XOR 1 and XOR 2 as 0. Int XOR 1 equal to 0 and XOR 2 equals to 0. And then I'll take XOR 1 as a for loop for int I equal to 1, I less than equal to n, I plus 2. So I'll store my all the XOR from 1 to n in my variable XOR1. XOR1 equals to XOR1 XOR I. And in my XOR2 variable I will store the XOR of values given in my array. For auto I, this is my given array, I will store XOR2 as XOR values of the given array, XOR2 XOR I. Okay, and I'll simply return XOR1 XOR2. You can write this in any order, XOR1 2 or XOR2 1, that doesn't matter. So let's compile and see we are getting the results or not. Okay, XOR was not declared. Where is XOR? Oh, sorry. Here will be XOR2. Okay, now I think we will get there. Okay, let's submit the code. Fine, it has been submitted successfully. Now let's see the another approach here. So another approach will be the total sum approach. Like let's say I have given the number n. What if and a number is missing in this array from 1 to n? Okay, let's say any number x is missing. X is missing. So what I can do is I will take the sum from 1 to n, 1 plus 2 plus 3 up till n. Okay, and in second variable sum2 I'll store the sum of my array which is given to me. Okay, now 1, 2, 3 up to my array size. Okay, array dot size. So in this one I have a missing number, and in this I have summed from 1 to n. So just think what will be the result if I subtract my sum 2 from sum 1. This will simply give me the desired result. Like my result will be sum minus sum 2. Okay, this will give me the answer of this will give me the missing number which is not present in the array. So let's code this also. I'll declare two variables, sum equal to 0 and I'll declare actual sum equal to 0. I'll store my actual sum as I'll store the sum from 1 to n here, n into n plus 1 by 2. This is simply a mathematical formula which you should know if you have passed your 10th or 11th exam. And in my sum variable I'll store the sum of my given array, sum for auto I array sum plus equals to I, and I simply return so I'll return actual sum minus sum. Let's see if this will work or not. Okay, fine, it is working. Let's submit the code. Okay, so I hope you guys understood the both approaches. The bits one, I think bit one is more interesting than the sum.